everyone, it's Tammy, and I don't even know where I'm supposed to look. There it is. I am on my way to Aldi. Yes, indeed, it's true. I am heading there. I have been there one other time before, and I didn't even bring any bags because I didn't collect any. I don't know. That's just, I don't know. I just don't have, I guess I could have gotten some bags and done it, but I'll just use theirs and just pay the extra. But, I have my list ready, and I'm going to take you guys along for a little bit of that, and then I am going to take you along while I prepare freezer meals for our dinners. So this is going to be kind of fun. I hope that you guys like it. I know you guys wanted Foodie Fridays back, and I am going to work on that, and you are not going to believe this. Oh my word, travesty in the Thompson household. I put chicken in the crock pot this morning just to get some chicken breasts going so that I could have it ready. And there's a policeman. I was like making sure I wasn't going to get stopped. He went the other way. I don't know if vlogging is illegal. I don't think so, but who knows. And it's a school zone right now, but I don't know if I'm in this because school is out. Do I still go 25? I don't know. I always do because I'm just never sure, but it's weird. Okay, so anyway, my crock pot, nope. I don't know what's going with it. It will turn on and it says that it's going to start cooking, but then it turns right off. And I thought, well, maybe the breaker is dead. Well, first I tried 3 different plug-ins in my kitchen. And then I thought, well, maybe the breaker's dead. So then I went to the garage and I turned the little thing to see if that's it. Nope, not that. So then I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to take it and put it in the living room and go kind of weirdo on it and hope the cats don't get to it. No, there was a place that was kind of guarded from the cats. And I thought, well, I'll just put this in there and see if it works. So I turned it on, same thing, it turned right back off. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with that, but I am gonna have my husband look at it for sure because it is my favorite crock pot, but I don't have time to waste. So if he can't get it fixed pretty quick, I'm gonna have to go to Kohl's and get another one because I loved this crock pot. And you know me, I love my crock pot cooking. So that's the travesty in the Thompson household this morning. So we are on our way to Aldi. I will show you, yikes, some of there's a bike and all this. So here, let me just show you. So here's my drive to Aldi. There's the bike. I'm going to pass him now, finally. All right, now I'm cruising. I am going 40 miles an hour. How about that? And this is kind of a pleasant little ride, I guess. Kind of nice. Our doctor's offices are right over here. We are very close to them. We call it the Pink Palace because it's kind of a pink looking building right there. My daughter and our pharmacy and all of that. That's where my son and actually our imaging center is right there. And that's our community surgery center. I'm sorry, my truck thing is in the way, but that building right there is the community building for surgery, and my son had to have finger surgery there. Wow. He got his finger cut and it cut a nerve, so they did a nerve ending kind of a surgery. So yeah, okay, well, I am on my way to Aldi. I will be there in about 10 minutes and then I will be back. Bye. Can you guys see what's in front of me? Oh my goodness, it's the UPS man. I feel like I'm stalking him. Not really, I just thought I'd share that because it's funny because there really is a UPS man in front of me and I don't know if you can see it on the screen. But there's a truck in front of me and then a UPS man in front of him. And boy, we all know we love the UPS man. I might be ordering a new crock pot from them, but you know what? There happens to be a Kohl's right over here. So there is a possibility that I might just have to stop on my way home from Aldi, depending on how tired I am, and purchase a new crock pot because Lord knows I can't live without one. But now do you see the UPS guy? And I'm not even sure exactly where this Aldi is, so I'm gonna have to pay attention. so you're okay. I know it's to the left somewhere, so tell me if you see it. Ooh, there's a Starbucks with the Jimmy John's. Aldi, where are you? I've been here once, but I have no idea where it is because the last time I was here was a million years ago. And I have heard so many good things about there's the UPS man, about their produce. And somebody had said that their Fit and Healthy line is really good too. So, and this is kind of my area. I like this area. There's a Hobby Lobby right over to the left. Ugh. And I probably could use a trip there to get some stuff for Katie's graduation party still, but I don't know that I'm gonna do that. I think that going to the Aldi, and then I don't know if I can find everything there, so I might even have to make a trip to Marsh or our local grocery store. And if I did that, and then if I do Kohl's too, or even if I don't do Kohl's, just the grocery shopping and the freezer mealing is going to be a lot for a day. I think I'm going to be exhausted. I'm old. Not really, but that's a lot. Grocery shopping and meal planning and all that. So, you know, if I do that, I'm going to be a happy, happy girl when I do that. So keep your eye out. Tell me when you see it. It has to be over here somewhere. I know it's not further down than this. So I'm going to go ahead and turn in here, I think. Oh, I think I must have missed it because there's no way it's down here. It's before this. Oh man, I might have to put it in my finder. Ooh, there's a nice little red Corvette. Ooh, did you see that? Okay, I'm going to close for now and find this store. Well, we found it. We're here. We passed it. It was before the Kohl's, I think. I couldn't really tell, but I think it's before the Kohl's. So I had to go back. You guys didn't tell me. I missed it. Okay, so here we go. Putting our quarter in. How does this work? Oh, okay. I have my cart. That's a big cart. Let's go see what we can see, shall we? Get started. Okay, so I already have 3 things that are not on my list. I have some veggie chips, some veggie straws, some sweet potato chips, and some sweet and sour chips. And here's the chocolate. I think I can refrain from any of that, but daggone, it does look good. Peanut butter cups. Look at those little baby peanut butter cups. Okay, I'm letting you go so I can actually get this done. That's a good deal, period. And milk is $1.49 for a gallon. That was quite the ordeal. I've been sweating. It's hot out here. I don't even know what temperature it is, but I just loaded everything up in the truck. I did not realize, I knew that you had to bring your own bags, but I didn't realize that you had to buy the big bags for $1.99 a piece. I spent $6 something on bags, and then I saw the 6-cent ones. So I bought 6 of those too, but by that time I'd already spent the $6 on the big bag, so it's all right. I just didn't use them all, but hopefully I'll be back. It was $150, but I feel like I got a ton of stuff, so I will show you all of it when we get home. Okay, everyone, here is the haul, the big, huge grocery haul from Aldi. Holy cow. I even left the receipt on here so I could go through that. There's a couple freezer bags over here, and then over here I have some veggie straws, some sweet potato chips, and some cheddar and sour cream potato chips, some bananas, 2 dozen eggs, and a thing of strawberries. So, woo-wee, these things were not on the list, but I am going to be making burgers, so burgers and chips one night or something like that. I didn't have 2 dozen eggs on the list, but they were 69 cents a piece, so I thought that I could maybe make egg salad one night. Strawberries were not on the list either, but some of the fresh fruit was not on the list. I just know that we will go through it, so it's fine that we have it. Okay, so let's see. I got a rotisserie flavored turkey breast. I thought that this would be good in place of the rotisserie chicken that they did not have. Someone had recommended this fresh, sweet Italian turkey sausage from Fit and Active. They said that it's really, really good. So I thought that we could do that with onions and peppers. I have some chicken tenderloins. I have some chicken drumsticks. I have a full cooked kielbasa. I have 2 pounds of Bob Evans sausage. I have an onion soup mix. I have, I think it's about 3 pounds. No, probably about 4 pounds of total of ground beef. I have lots of cheese because I'm doing lots of meals. So I have cheddar cheese, more cheddar cheese, some Havarti, some taco style cheese, some provolone slices, some mozzarella, some Italian seasoning for Italian chicken, some Colby cheese, some fresh mozz, some Swiss, brown sugar because I was out, honey ham, barbecue sauce, mayonnaise, lots of tomatoes. I did the diced tomatoes with green chilies. I did 1 can of that. The rest is, this is crushed tomatoes. The rest of these are tomato sauce, and then 2 cans of diced tomatoes that are roasted. I was supposed to get a whole bunch of tomato sauce. They didn't have anything but these little cans, so I got a big can of the crushed tomatoes, figuring that I'll make it work. 1 can of cream of chicken. I got some honey, a thing of bell peppers. Let's see, some pineapple. I did just a ½ gallon of milk because we don't drink milk very much. I got some of these fake eggs. I like those. This was a treat I got. This is pink lemonade, but look at the cute little topper. I thought that was really cute. Sparkling pink lemonade. I think my daughter will like that. I got some breadcrumbs. They didn't have panko, so that's the only thing that I have on my list. Well, I think there are a couple things that I have on my list that I didn't get. I got some steel oats. I got the quick cook kind. I don't know. I hope that those will be okay. Some black olives, 2 things of crescent rolls. I was supposed to get 1 crescent and 1 pizza roll, but they didn't have any pizza, so I thought I'd get 2 crescents and just make the stromboli out of the crescent rolls. I got some fun tomatoes. I got some tortillas. These are little, I think that these are, yeah, corn tortillas. I got peppers. I got some tater tots. 2 packages of the turkey pepperoni because we kind of like to snack on that. I got a huge big thing of jasmine rice. I got some Texas toast. I got some penne, some spaghetti, some Brussels sprouts. They had Bob Evans mashed potatoes. We like those, so I got those. Some green onions, some spreadable cheese wedge, which looks like that Happy Cow stuff. I'm hoping that it is. And some Parmesan. So that looks like everything that we got. And I have lots of things on the menu. So I'm going to go ahead and start browning some meat and cooking up my chicken breast. Since the crock pot went out, I'm going to put those on the stove. And we'll go ahead and get started kind of making some meals here soon. Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and I'm going to try to do Foodie Fridays again. And this is an empty bowl. Oh, I'm so funny. We're going to make some meatloaf. So to do this, I am opening up a package of ground beef that I had gotten at Aldi on my Aldi haul. And I'm actually still going to be doing a ton of prep meals, but I thought that I would show you this because this is what my husband wanted for dinner tonight. So I'm going to put about 1.5 pounds of ground beef because it's just the 2 of us, but we will have this for leftovers as well for sandwiches. So I'm going to put about, I don't know, that much ground beef, and then I'm going to add an egg. And a little bit of salt. Maybe 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm not very good at measuring some stuff, so I do apologize for that. I do have a recipe from Tastefully Simple. If you guys saw my little haul on that, I'm going to kind of use some of that idea as well, where they put in this spinach and herb seasoning and also some guacamole starter. So we're going to do that a little bit. So I have this spinach and herb seasoning. It says to put in 2 teaspoons, so I'll just eyeball it. And of the guacamole starter, it says to put in 1/4 cup. I might need a spoon for this. Oh, I probably do, but I'll just, that's probably about 1/4 cup. And then I need some ketchup. We're going to put in, I don't know, probably about 1/4 to a 1/4 cup of ketchup. And we need some binder, so I'm going to use some breadcrumbs, and I happen to have Italian breadcrumbs, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to put in about 1 cup of this. I'm trying to see what it says on my thing. It says 3/4 cup, but I'm gonna, I don't know, I think I put in about 1 cup. And then I'm going to serve this with mashed potatoes, but my husband wants this for dinner tonight, so I'm going to make this now and shape it and put it into our meatloaf pan, and then I'm going to take the rest of the meat and I'm going to make that into burgers so I can do both meals at once to show you guys how we do this. So this, I don't know, the way my mama taught me to do meatloaf was to use your hands, and I know it's kind of gross, and I just don't think about it. I have Judge Judy on in the background, or People's Court, one of those, and I am just mixing slowly, not to get anything too excited. And I also don't want to mix too much, because if you get it too like solid, it will come out really dry. So you really just want to combine all of your ingredients. And once they're combined, that's it. I mean, it's really pretty easy, and it smells really good. So I'm going to put this right into my meatloaf pan, and I'm going to take out all the goodness that I can get in here. Now, let's say I didn't have the Tastefully Simple stuff. I could still go ahead and make a meatloaf. I actually do that all the time, and I just would put in my own seasonings, whatever you like. I like seasoned salt and maybe some Cajun seasoning, and the guacamole starter, you could put, instead of that, you could put some chopped red peppers you could put some chopped bell peppers and some onion. And I think that would give you pretty close to the same kind of a flavor. And that's our meatloaf. It's ready to go. So now I still have this meat left, and this is probably about 1.25 pounds as well. Maybe 1.5 pounds, I don't know. And for this, I'm going to make burgers, and I probably should have opened this first, but I will throw this box away and just use the things on the inside. Okay, so let's take these out without touching them. And I will touch one of them for today, and then I will wash my hands before I put the other one away. And I am just combining that onion mix with my thing of hamburger meat or ground beef. I always call that hamburger meat. I know you can do lots of other things besides hamburgers with it. And I'm using the same bowl. It's really not a big deal. And before I cook these, I would probably add some pepper. I would not add salt yet because that onion soup mix has a lot of salt. And I'm going to make about 3 patties with this, I think. This is a big one. There. Might make a little more. So I'm just going to shape it into a burger, and then I poke the middle down a little bit and let the edges go up a little, because that's how it's going to cook best. I learned that on TV. Trash. And I have some wax paper here, and I'm just laying my burgers on the waxed paper. And I think this will make maybe 4 burgers. My husband would prefer one big burger than two small ones, but I think we're going to get 4 pretty good sized ones out of this. I would probably prefer 2 small ones because I don't eat bread with mine. I don't like to have the bread. Oh, I don't know. Oh, my cat is moving my thing. Sorry about that, guys. You're going on a wild ride. He's smelling this, but he's not on the table. Fuzz, no. Of course it's fuzzy. Of course. And you know what? This wax paper is getting in my way. Fuzzy, no. I needed to do that to it, and I didn't rip it like in half so that I could actually stack the burgers. And this is going to be one little baby burger, and that's okay. That'll be my second one, and my husband can have 2 of the bigger ones. This was just an itty bitty one. The cats are saying, that one's mine. Oh, here he goes. He's hitting it again. I am so sorry. I got a new tripod thing. I thought this would be a better angle for you guys, and I don't know. I didn't know the cats were going to be messing. Okay, so here are my burgers all ready to go. I'm going to put them in a freezer bag, and we will be done. So I will be right back. Okay, we're going to make honey mustard chicken tenders. I have about 1 pound of chicken tenders in this Ziploc freezer bag, and I'm probably going to double bag it just because I don't trust the bags necessarily, and actually it kind of looks like it's leaking now. Fantastic. Okay, so I have 2 tablespoons of water in here along with the chicken breast, and I'm going to add some of my spices from Tastefully Simple. And let's see, it calls for the garlic, and brown sugar honey mustard. Brown sugar honey mustard, and it calls for 1/3 of a cup of this, and I did not bring a measuring anything. So again, I am a no measure cook. I was going to say a no measure chef, but I am in no way a chef. So I am just going to put in there what I think looks like about 1/3 of a cup. And then I'm going to put in garlic seasoning. And for this, it says 1 tablespoon of garlic seasoning. So, yeah, that's good. And, okay, combine the first 4 ingredients in a gallon Ziploc bag. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's everything. And then we need to smush this around. My cat is being crazy. So I'm going to swoosh this around to get that yumminess everywhere. And then I'm going to put Parmesan cheese, spinach and herb seasoning, and some oil in another bag, and put both of them into a gallon bag to freeze. Now I'm supposed to put some panko in here, but that's one thing that Aldi did not have was panko, so I don't have any of that to put in here. And you know what? I did wash out my bowl, so this could be water left over from that because it doesn't feel greasy at all. So I'm hoping that it's not the bag that's leaking, it's just the garlic or the water on the bottom. So I have this as trash. I'm going to move this up here. And then, let's see, I need to combine panko, which I don't have, so I'll do that later, Parmesan, spinach and herb, and garlic infused oil. So I need to get a quart size bag and then another gallon sized. And I really am kind of doing this a lazy man's way. I'm sitting down and doing it because my back hurts. So I'm going to label this honey mustard, chicken fingers, and I'm going to put the date on it. and it's 6:16, and I'm going to put on here, you know what, and instead of panko, I think I'm just going to use this Italian breadcrumbs. It'll be fine. And then, so let's see. Thaw. And then bake 350 degrees. Salt and pepper to taste. Bake 12 to 15 minutes. Yeah, I guess, okay. I'm going to put 15 minutes. And I'm not going to put anything to serve it with because, you know, you can serve it with whatever you want. It's chicken fingers, y'all. You can put it with French fries, or you can make it with vegetables or whatever. Some pasta on the side. Macaroni and cheese. Okay, so then in my quart size bag, I need to add 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs. Or panko. But because I don't have panko, and I really do like panko, but I keep getting this on the outside of my bag. So that's about 1.5 cups. I should probably show you what I'm doing here. All right, move that out of the way. So I have about 1.5 cups in my bag. Let's move all of this a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. My Diet Coke is here because that's very important. And let's see, does it take the balsamic vinegar? Nope, the garlic infused. And remember, all of this came with my Tastefully Simple stuff, so it's kind of cool. And how much of this oil do I need? 2 teaspoons. Okay, so I go ahead and put that in here, I guess. I want to smell it. Oh, it smells so good. So good, so good, so good. So that's that. And then I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of the spinach and herb, which I know I've already have out. So I need 1 tablespoon of this. Oh, and I didn't get my Parmesan cheese. And then I need some Parmesan cheese. So let me grab that. This is going to be yummy. I can smell it so well. And I got some Brussels sprouts, and I can see me using this oil over the Brussels sprouts. Oh my, my, my. Pop open this Parmesan. And how much Parmesan? It says 1/3 cup, but I'm just going to go for it. That's probably more like 1/2 cup. So in here I have oil, breadcrumbs, spinach and herb seasoning, and Parmesan cheese. So I'm going to mix that. Zhuzh it all around. Spread all that oil amongst all that other good stuff. And then I'm going to, I dropped a Parmesan. I'm just going to put it in here. And I'm going to get the air out. And I'm going to put this in here with the chicken. And this meal is complete. And I'll be right back with working on another meal. Okay, so now we are going to make Italian sausage and peppers and onions. I've already chopped up most of the peppers and onions. I'm chopping up the last onion. This is 2 really small onions and 1 large pepper. This is really hardly a recipe, but it's a good freezer meal and it's delicious, so I'm including it. I need a freezer bag, and I need to label it. And I'm just going to label it Italian sausage. If I don't put turkey sausage, my husband will never know. With onions and peppers. And this is a great on the grill kind of a meal. This is 16. Woo. And I can either grill this. I'm just going to put grill because if I want to do it in the house, I can do it on the stove, just kind of like fry it up. So I'm taking all of this yummy goodness and putting it into a Ziploc bag. That was a really large pepper. And I learned that there are differences between male and female peppers and how they taste and what they look like. Who knew? I had no idea. I still don't know if I fully believe it, but apparently the females have 4 bumps on the bottom and the males have 3. And the females are supposed to be better for cooking and the males are supposed to be better for eating. I think that's right. It could be opposite. I don't know. I don't really care. I like them all. I just eat them up. Now these sausages are really pretty big. These came from Aldi, of course, this morning. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And these are really big size sausages. But I'm going to go ahead and put all 5 of them in here because I think that I have enough peppers and onions to do all 5. And I think that depending on what we have for that night, I might eat 2 and my husband might eat 2, and then that would save us for one for lunch the next day. Or I could have one and have another for lunch the next day, or whatever. We can work it out. So I'm just going to take out all of the air, try to anyway. This doesn't have any liquid in it. These peppers and onions have enough water in them that they will make enough liquid that you don't need to add any. I didn't even add any spices or anything. This will be yummy just the way it is, and it's literally just onions and peppers and Italian sausage. So there we go. That's one meal. And then I can go straight ahead into a second one. And this one's pretty easy as well, but it is so good. And it uses Hawaiian bread. And you know you can cook right in this little paper thing that they come in. So what I'm going to do, these are kind of squished. Well, if I can get them out of here. All right, there we go. I'm going to divide it in half. And then I'm going to cut this in half. And you could probably use a bread knife to make it a little easier, but I had this knife handy, so I'm just using this knife. And then I'm going to slice this one in half, I think. Okay, so open that up. And I have some provolone cheese that I can't get into. And I have mayonnaise and thin sliced ham, deli ham. So I'm taking this provolone cheese, and I'm putting this down here like this. And you know, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in here. So I'm just going to move this over, and then I might stick this whole thing into the freezer bag if I can. Okay, so then I'm going to put some Hellmann's mayonnaise. And I will do the other side here in just a second. I'm opening up my ham. Oops, I lost it. And this is that fit and trim ham. This is 8 ounces, so I'm probably going to use it all. I don't know, that's kind of a lot of ham, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm just going to spread this out. There we go. Oops. Get on there, roll. This really is good, and I know it's super easy, but it's really tasty. And you bake this for about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. And it is so yummy. And I usually serve this when I have my son over because he likes it and because he's 16 and he can eat. So I will probably go ahead and fill all of this because I don't really need any leftovers. Oh, but my kitty cat wants some, so I think I'll cut some up for my kitty cat. Here you go. There you go. Had to give my kitty cat a piece. Okay, and for those of you that don't feed your cats off the table, I'm sorry. It's not really off the table. You know, kind of, I guess. And then you can put these in a freezer bag. Then when it's time to bake it, you can even bake it straight in this thing. I usually put it on a cookie sheet, but then I just put it right in on this. Then there's no muss. Did you eat that? Yeah? Want some more? There you go. There you go. So these are honey ham sandwiches, and they are perfect for a weekend meal for like lunch. Whoops, I'm trying to get you guys to see this and I'm just making a bigger mess. I'm not the best at this yet. I've never done this on camera, but I should be a little better at it, so I apologize. And my battery's dying, so goodness gracious, I'm full of mess. But we've got the honey ham here and the Italian sausage and peppers, and we're in pretty good shape so far. We have enough for the week already, and I still have lots to do. So I will be back. Okay, the next thing we're going to make is sweet and sticky drumsticks. This is another tastefully simple recipe, and I have my drumsticks in 2 different bags because it's just my husband and I most of the time, so we're not going to eat all of these drumsticks. So I have 5 in one bag and 4 in another because that's just, there were 9 in the package for $3.13. You really can't beat that, and these look pretty meaty and pretty good. So what I'm going to do is half this recipe for each thing, and I'm just going to do it at the same time, just a little of each in both. So I'm going to take my bag and fold it over just a little bit because it helps keep it open. And I'll do the same with this one. And hopefully you guys can see okay. Let's see, the first thing it says to do is take a half a cup of the aged balsamic vinegar of Modena and put that in each one. So I will do that as soon as I open it. I should have done that first. Erg. Where's the opening? There, I'll just dig in. That might have been how I'm supposed to do it, but that's okay. It's done now. So a half a cup of this. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. Oh, I love vinegar anyway, so this is amazing. So I'm gonna do about a quarter of a cup in each one. Oh, it's so thick and marvelous. This was actually a recipe I wasn't really excited about, but now I'm like, oh yeah. Seriously. I mean, I thought it would be good, but it wasn't one that I was like, oh yay. Drumsticks aren't really my, I mean, I like fried chicken with drumsticks, but whatever. I mean, it looks good, so I'm good. And then a half a cup of honey in both. So I'm just going to, well, these things are not easy to get open all the time. And I probably should just do it this way, but I'm going to do the lid because I'm afraid it'll be hard to get it back on. So about a quarter of a cup of honey. So that's where the sticky comes from. And then a quarter of a cup of soy sauce. So that'll be about a tablespoon and a half of soy sauce. And I've been told I say that funny, so I apologize if I say that funny. Soy sauce. I don't know. That's what I've always called it. And I love me some soy sauce. Okay, so then you take 1.5 tablespoons of garlic. So that'll be, I don't know, 3/4 of a tablespoon. Oh. Whew. That is some pungent stuff. I guess I'll use the top. I went ahead and put my chicken in the bags because then I washed my hands. Ugh, I don't like messing with raw meat, especially raw chicken. It does kind of scare me sometimes. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to put all of this in the bag and freeze it. And then I'm going to, when it's time to cook it, I will remove the chicken, reserve the marinade, and I will grease up a foil-lined baking pan and place my drumsticks on the foil, bake it for 25 minutes, and then bring the marinade to a boil, reduce the heat, and simmer for 15 minutes, stirring occasionally, and then whisk a tablespoon of cornstarch and a tablespoon of cold water together and put it into the sauce to thicken, it says. So, and this actually said to add your drumsticks to this mixture after you've gotten the mixture done. And then it even says to add sesame seeds. I didn't buy any sesame seeds. I'm not that fancy. I don't really care. And I don't know why you would have to add the chicken after you've added the stuff. I did it first. Take me to the Tastefully Simple jail, I guess. Oh, I hear the UPS man. Oh, this was open. I got it on my shirt, but at least not very much. I got a little bit on the tablecloth, but that's okay. I don't even really care that much about my shirt. I mean, it'll wash out. Luckily, it was not much. Not even enough to put anything else in. I did not label these, though. I need to label them. I'm going to call them sweet and, I don't know. I'm just going to call them, see, if I call them sweet and sticky drumsticks, my husband's going to be like, yuck. but I guess that's what I'm going to call them. But I don't really want to call them sweet and sour because they're not sweet and sour. If I was thinking, I'd come up with a better name, but I'm not thinking right now because I am worn out. It is 2 o'clock. I have been at this for hours, it feels like. Now I know I've taken it really easy and slow, and I had to let my battery charge, so for the last hour I've been goofing off. So I'm ready to hit it again, but it's been an hour at the grocery store, a half an hour unloading, and then another 10 minutes or so, a half an hour unloading and putting it so that you guys could see it, and then, you know, it's just been a lot of work. But here's our recipe, so yay! Oh, I think I have some air in here I need to get out. So far we have done meatloaf, we've done onion burgers, we've done Italian sausage with onions and peppers, we've done Hawaiian sandwiches, we've done these sweet and sticky drumsticks, and I'm about to do lasagna, Mamma Mia lasagna, taco tots, and spaghetti skillet. So I will get that stuff together and I will be back. Okay, so for this next recipe we are going to do 1 skillet Mamma Mia lasagna. And so what it says to do is take 1.5 pounds of ground beef. What I've done is put about 3/4 pound, maybe half a pound of ground beef that I just browned on the stove in a quart Ziploc bag that's freezer safe. And I've cooked this and rinsed it, and I'm going to add about 3/4 tablespoon of garlic, which is over here. And mix that around. And then it says to put the tomato sauce in another bag, but I don't really know why I'd need to do that. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to put it in the same bag. And then when I cook it, I would add some water, but I'm just going to put it in the same bag. So it calls for, what does it say, 3 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. So I'm going to do 1.5 in each one. Oh yeah, because I have 2 of these. Hopefully it's good. Oh, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the Mamma Mia seasoned salt. Where's the Mamma Mia marinara sauce mix? How much does it say to add of this? 1.5 to 2 tablespoons. So I'll add about a tablespoon to each one. Trying to get the thing open. Wow. And then it did that. My goodness, this is a fight. And I'm losing. I'm getting out the big guns. Can you guys see my cat sniffing around? He better keep his little nose off the table or he's going to get in trouble. No fuzz. Oh, goodness gracious. And here's Jambo too. Do you guys like the smell of that? It's very tomato-y. Put about a tablespoon in there. Oh, that smells good. Oh, I need I need a half a can of this still. No. Goodness gracious, these cats are crazy. I'm gonna have to knock them out. I don't know why they're getting excited. Honestly, we don't feed them people food, and this is not stuff that they would usually even care about. Tomatoes? Really? So that looks really good, actually. It looks like a really good spaghetti sauce. So that's awesome. And I will do the same thing to the other thing of ground beef, if I can remember where I put it. What did I do with my other ground beef? Oh, I think I left it over here at the table. I must have. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Crazy lady. So let's see, we added 1.5 of these. There's the half. And here's the one. And about a tablespoon of this. And about a tablespoon, or 3/4 of a tablespoon of this. And shake it all up. And then what we will do is I'm just going to go ahead and put my penne, and I think I'll put my cheese too in a bag and have that ready to go. Then I'll put the instructions on the outer bag. So I'm going to get the air out of this. Oh my goodness, it does smell really good. I have to say, that smells like some really good meat sauce. Oh, makes me wish my husband would have picked pasta for tonight instead of meatloaf. He is definitely a meat and potatoes kind of man, but he's going to be eating some other stuff too, I'll tell you what. So there's those ready to go. And then I have my box of penne, and this calls for 2 cups. So that's about, I don't know, I'm going to say it's about half of this. So I'll divide this up into 2. They're falling everywhere. That's close enough. And then I will need about 3/4 of a cup of mozzarella cheese for both of these. I was going to get a bag out of there. This doesn't have bags in it. That's trash. So I need 2 of these for some cheese. My goodness, why is everything so hard to get open? Sometimes I really wonder what older people do. I mean, like, seriously, if I'm having a struggle with this, what would our poor grandmas do? I have some sausage on the stove, so I don't want to let it burn. I have that on there for the stromboli. So about 3/4 of a cup of cheese. That's probably about good. Maybe just a hair more. And I can use the rest for my stromboli. You gotta say it like that. My bags are coming out. And this is Mamma Mia. It says lasagna, but I'm gonna call it rigatoni. And let's see, I need to add water. How much water do I need to add? Covered up my card. Add 1 cup water. Bring to boil. And then reduce heat. And then pasta done. And it's going to be about 20 minutes. So to this, I will add 1 of the cheeses. One of the marinaras. And 1 of the rigatonis. And that is a yummy meal for 2. Mamma mia. Rigatoni. Sorry, I know my accent is not good. I am a Midwesterner for sure. 1 cup water. Boil. Reduce. Till pasta done. About 20 minutes. Okay. So I know this is kind of spoiling the Foodie Fridays because I won't be doing as many, probably because, I mean, after I've already prepared this, I don't know, do you guys want to see me actually cooking it? Saying, hey, you know, I did this preparation and it posted on this date. Ooh, there's a hair and it just went in here. But luckily it's not in any of the food. Nasty. So tell me what you'd like to see. If you'd like to see that, I'll be happy to do that. If there's any recipe in particular that you're interested in after you see all the ones that I've done, let me know down below. Okay, so I will be back with some more. I have to check on my sausage. Be right back. Okay, this next thing that I'm going to make is taco tots. Sorry, I know I'm moving the thing all around. And for this, I'm using half of a thing of 32-ounce potato puffs, seasoned shredded potatoes. So they're just tater tots. And you know what? I kind of think I have a half of one open already. Let me check. Yes, I do. I actually have crispy crowns, so that's just going to be what I use for this one. And I'm going to put these in a freezer bag. It's probably better for them anyway. If they'll fit. Oh, sure. Come out, pot. Ah. Come out, wherever you are. Okay, so there's our tots. Put that over here in the trash. I have about 1 pound of ground beef here, and I'm going to use about 1/3 cup of the garden guacamole starter. And then I'm going to add a little bit of garlic, which I don't know, it says what does it say, did you do? 1 teaspoon. Okay, I'm gonna say I don't think it needs very much. Shredded lettuce, I don't have that. Taco sauce, I will add that later. I'm just getting the ingredients going. And then sour cream, and that's just to taste. You'll add the sour cream and stuff to taste. So I'm just going to mix this meat mixture up. This will make our taco meat. It's kind of like having a taco, only instead of serving it in a taco shell, you will serve it over tater tots. So some shredded lettuce, some black olives, some cheese, and you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get it all together. I have some taco style cheese, which is fun. Of course, opening these packages is not fun. Aldi, get your act together. Blame it on them instead of me, right? So in a quart thing, I will put a couple of cups of cheese. That's what it says, 2 cups cheese. That would mean each person got a cup of cheese. That's a lot of cheese. I think I'll do it like that. Oh, I'm halving this. It should be a 1/2 cup of cheese. Okay, that makes more sense. I'll still do it like I did. And then I have these olives, and it says to, I think I might do these olives. No, I'm going to do it now because you know what? When the time comes around for me to actually get these olives, they didn't have already sliced ones or I would have gotten those. When the time comes around for me to actually do these olives, I will not feel like it, and then I'll say, well, just won't have olives on it. But I really do like olives, so why not go ahead and make them or cut them up and get them ready. Now I should go over to the sink and drain these, but I'm going to drain it into a little thing here. Woo, I might need 2 things. Very liquidy, these olives. Whew, maybe here that way I won't spill when I'm carrying them. And I think I'm just going to stick these in with the taco. No, I guess I won't. I'll put these in their own bag because I don't want to cook these or heat them up even. I just want to leave them frozen and then thawed out. So I'll put these in their own bag. I could maybe put them with the cheese, but that might be gross. So then you'd serve it with taco sauce and sour cream, whatever you like on your tacos, maybe some onions. I know my husband enjoys onions. And I'm just going to do enough olives to get us, I don't even know if my husband likes olives. That's a weird thing, huh? I don't know. I think he'll eat them now that I think about it because I know he'll eat them on pizza. I think he'll eat them. I don't think he would eat them like out of the can like I would. I would totally just gobble this whole can up. So that's why I didn't care that it wasn't a pre-sliced can. I'll do a couple more. Okay, I think that will be good, and I will put these in their own little baggie, even though it's kind of a waste of a baggie. I know that if I waited until it was time, I wouldn't do it, so waste a baggie, but gain some olives in my tacos. Get all the air out. And take a big old bag and label it with taco tots. Heat. Here, I better write on that, heat and serve with sour cream, taco sauce. And if I don't have taco sauce, I can just use some, I don't know, tomatoes or whatever I feel like. I'm not too concerned. So I'm sticking all of these in a gallon-sized bag. I have to say today's actually been kind of fun. I am a little spent, but I feel better after I rested for a little bit. I'm just thirsty, but that's probably because I've been talking all day too. Okay, that one is complete. So now we can move on to our easy spaghetti skillet, which is lean beef, garlic, water. So here's our lean beef. I've rinsed it already. Add some garlic to this. Tastefully Simple likes their garlic. Well, the meals that you pick, well, they have 10 meals in each little package that you can get delivered. I think they have one with 30 that has all of the meals, but they kind of make them go together. So that would make sense that these all have garlic in them because they want to make sure that you use up some of the spices that they give you and stuff. So it does make sense that these would all have garlic in them. And that would also make sense that this is the one I chose because I love me some garlic. So I have my garlic and my this, and then it says to add the garden guacamole starter and tomato sauce. And the tomato sauce that it says is a 15-ounce can. I don't have a 15-ounce can. I think what I'm going to do, I might use this 28-ounce can. I'm going to, because I'd rather it be too saucy than not saucy enough. So I am using way more sauce than you need. But ask me if I care. No. I don't care. And I will use a gallon-sized bag for this puppy. And I will just pour it inside. It may have fit in a quart, but I didn't want to risk it. Let's put these in here so I don't have to carry two water-filled nasties. It smells like black olives. So to this, I'm going to add some of the garden guacamole starter. Again, it says a 1/3 cup, so this one takes some sour cream too. I'm just going to finish it. And so I have beef and garlic, tomato sauce, guacamole starter, and then the sour cream. And then I need to add the spaghetti. Ounces, and I have 16 ounces, so I have a little too much spaghetti, but that's okay. I am going to take a gallon-sized freezer bag, and I'm going to label this with skillet or spaghetti skillet. And I'm going to say add a half cup sour cream and water if needed, because I added the extra tomatoes. I'm not really sure if I need the water. And then it says to go to take your pasta and break it in half. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I only need 12 ounces, so I'm just grabbing a big handful here. Dropped a piece on the floor. I'm going to stick it in the bag to break it. Ah! Oh, and I totally poked a hole in the bag. That's okay. That's okay. No worries. We'll just put it in another bag. I was trying to be too frugal Freddy, I suppose. So we'll just label this one spaghetti already. Add 1/2 cup sour cream and maybe a little water, and I'm just going to boil, reduce till pasta's done. And so I'm going to add my pasta. Doesn't really matter if I get all the air out of this since it has a big hole in it. Well, of course, there we go. Add my pasta or my marinara. Get in there. And my beef. And speaking of meat, it smells like my sausage might be about done. So I need to go check on that, and I will get the next recipe ready, and then I will be back as soon as I get this closed. Maybe I should say if I get this closed. Yeah, it's not closing. It's not closing, people. There it goes. I should check them all by dumping them on my shirt. No, I don't want to do that. I will be back. Okay, so the first thing we're going to make is our stromboli. I have 3 more things to make, and then I think I am done for the day. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Just have to clean up the kitchen and put everything away. And then I'm gonna rest, man. This is a lot. Oh, this is trash. So for our stromboli, I have some cooked sausage here. I'm going to take these crescent rolls. I would have used pizza crust, but Aldi didn't have any, and I wasn't going to go to another store today. I just did not feel like it, so I am using crescent rolls, and it will work out just fine, I am sure. So I'm taking them and opening it up. These have been sitting out for a little while, so, and this is going to make 2 strombolis. How many rolls are there? 8, I think. So this is going to be half of a stromboli. So what I'm going to do is just kind of pat this out. Stretch it a little bit, but I don't want it to rip. So that's the only problem with using the crescent rolls, because it has that automatic seam in it, because it wants you to make them into crescent rolls. And I don't want crescent rolls, so I'm just moving some of the dough to where I want it. Oh, and I need to get some foil out too. I'm always forgetting something. You need a helper when you're doing this stuff. That's what you really need. Okay, this isn't working very well, so I am just going to take it in a ball. And then flatten it out. I think it's been a little while since it's been out, so it's kind of sticky. I should probably use some flour, but I was going to make 2 larger size strombolis. I might end up making 4 smaller strombolis. 2 for each of us. Shush, you're okay. I'm just kind of letting gravity do its thing. It really is easier to do these with the pizza crust because you just have to roll it out and then just kind of put it on top of each other, but oh well. So I hope you guys' summer is going well so far. It's kind of neat having school out, but it's still kind of weird. Katie has a full-time job working at community where I work, but she does something different than I do. But I do get to see her occasionally. Today I obviously took off, so I didn't see her today, and today was her first day back on the job, so she was a little bit upset that I wasn't going to be there, but I wanted to get this stuff done, and I knew that I needed some time by myself with nobody else around to get this done. It is almost, well, it's 4 o'clock, so she will probably be home rather soon, and so will the hub, so it's good that I am getting this done. Okay, I'm going to open up this can of tomato sauce. Fuzzy, no. Crazy cat. Thinks he owns the joint. I'm going to put a little bit of tomato sauce on each of these. And some sausage. Kind of greasy. And some mozzarella. And some pepperoni, or some, yeah, turkey pepperoni. This is the Aldi Mama Kazi's Pizza Kitchen brand. I have never had this before, but I've gotten the Hormel before and I like it, so I'm assuming that this will be all right. Oh, why are these things so hard to open, people? Come on now. Oh, I'm just going to slice the darn thing open because I can't deal. It's the end of the day. I'm getting antsy. Maybe I'll use all of... No, there's no way I'll use all of this. I'll regret that I did that, but that's okay. Five of them on each of them. A little bit of the Mamma Mia marinara sauce or spice. And and now what? I don't know. That's my oven. It's preheating. It's cooking the meatloaf that I made first thing this morning, and we are going to have that for dinner per the hub's request. I might put a little bit more because there's not very much tomato sauce going from here, so let me add a little tomato sauce to both of these. And what my goal is going to be is to cover this up, and then I will wrap them in some foil before I put them in the freezer. So let's see, I need to just stretch these out. I thought that the crescent rolls would work just as well, and they are, but they're a way bigger pain than if you got pizza crust, trust me. So if you guys think that this has been a pain and you're thinking, oh, there's no way I'd ever do that, I hear you. I don't think I'll do it this way again. Then it's going to be hard to lift it up. Oh, Lordy. This is kind of a mess. I should have started this off on the foil. So yeah, there's that. And now I have these two stuck together. Wah! It'll be all right. We will make it work. Fuzzy, no. Get your little nose back. No. That cat is insane. And it might even help if I had some a rolling pin and some flour handy, which I really kind of do, but I'm just not using them, so shame on me for making this even more difficult on myself than I need to. And we're only getting 2 little strombolis out of here, so this might just be a lunch because these aren't very big, but it's going to be pretty bready, I have a feeling, when we cook them up, because that's a half a can of crescent rolls. Now, mind you, this is the Aldi brand, and maybe they're not as fluffy as the Pillsbury ones, but I'm not so sure this was the best idea. But, oh well, it's cooking, man. If it doesn't taste good today, there's always tomorrow. We have a million days that we have to cook for. Everybody has to eat every day. like it or not. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is get some foil and wash my hands in that order. No, not in that order. Washing my hands first. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Now, the foil. Oh. Okay, I know this is more foil than I need. This recipe just did not go as planned. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of this olive oil on the foil. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to just turn this upside down on here. And then turn this upside down on here. And then try to get these puppies off. There we go. That went better. Of course, they're all open down here on the bottom. But I don't even care right now. I'm going to take this and carefully rip it. Try to scooch this over a little bit. Then I'll rip this one too. I'm making this work. You can see how I'm doing this. And then I'm just going to fold this over a couple times to make a little pocket in my stromboli. And it's okay that it has a hole on the top. See that? It has a couple holes on it. That's okay, because you want it to have an air vent anyway. That's right. Just like when you burn something, it's crispy just the way you like it. This has an air vent just like it needs it. So we're scooching this one over a little bit. Get over, get over, get over. And I don't even know if I put the shiny side down on the other way or not. It doesn't matter as far as I know. There's probably some reason that people do it the way they do it. Or there's probably some reason why there is a shiny side and a dull side. I don't know. I really don't know. So how will we bake these? We will bake them in the oven. I will probably not take them out of the foil until they're almost done. And then I will try to carefully remove them from the foil. But I am going to put this up here, and I'm going to get a freezer bag out. And I'm going to write on here, stromboli. This would actually be enough if you had lunch with it too. Or, I mean, salad with it too. Bake 400 degrees. Probably about 10 minutes or so. Probably, I don't know. I'm going to put 12 minutes. I'm making it up. And then I put these in here. And that will make a nice lunch or smallish dinner. And I don't usually prep for lunches. I figure we can have sandwiches or we can have leftovers. There's always leftovers in the fridge of something. My husband isn't a really big leftover eater. But I don't mind leftovers. He eats a lot of Arby's because he doesn't want to eat leftovers. Whatever. Okay, so now let's do the sausage pizza tacos. So I'm just going to use the leftover meat in here, and this is almost a pound. And I'm going to use this 8 ounces of tomato sauce, whatever's left. Just pouring that in. It's probably about 6 ounces left. If you wanted to add some mushrooms, you could. I'm going to add some pepperoni to this, and I'm probably going to add some more tomatoes. And then I would serve this. You serve it according to Tastefully Simple. You put it in taco shells, which is kind of fun if you wanted to do that. Or you could serve it like nachos and serve it over nachos. I'm going to add some of this Mamma Mia marinara. Let's go for the big side. I think there. Make it worth our while, right? Let's close that before I spill it everywhere. Let's add a little garlic. We have used a lot of this because it is an Italian pizza kind of meal. And then we're going to add some pepperonis. And I think I am going to just go ahead and get this thing and cut them a little. I don't know how many to add. That looks good. Just a very rough chop on these pepperonis. Put them in here. If they had, whoops, I just dropped some. If they had, and my cats or dog will like those. If they had the small little turkey pepperoni bites, I would have gotten those, but they didn't have those at Aldi, so I was surprised they had turkey pepperoni at all, so that was fine with me. And I'm going to add some more tomatoes. Let's do this diced tomatoes with seasonings. I don't know, do you drain this usually? I guess you do. So, oh, I can't get my finger out of there. Let's drain this into the taco sauce, into the tomato sauce thing. I'm going to lightly drain them. I'm not going to get all of it out. And then let's put some of this in here. And then I'm going to save some for my meatballs. My meatballs. Okay, so here is this. I'm just going to mix it all together. It looks delightful. Actually, it looks pretty nasty. Oh, and there's a hole in it. Yes, there is a hole in the bag. So these Aldi freezer bags, I don't know. I would probably say you should go with Ziploc because this has a hole in it. But I will put it in a bigger bag here in just a second. I need to label it. Oh, I didn't date the other one. I put 6/16. It's really 6/6. And this is sausage and pepperoni, pizza, tacos. Serve with lettuce in taco shells. And we're going to use another bag. And we're going to put mozzarella cheese in it. Oh, and I have fresh mozz. I was going to use in my stromboli. Woo, I'm just using all of that just because I just all came out. So this will be a cheesy pepperoni and sausage pizza taco. It's very, very cheesy. Actually, that's all right. We like cheese in this house. So, gosh, I'm tempted to put this in another bag. And because I'm tempted to do it, I'm just gonna do it. sausage and pepperoni. Mozzarella cheese. Okay. And I think I began my day with this bowl and hamburger meat in it, or ground beef in it. And I'm going to end the day with this bowl and sausage in it to make our sausage meatballs. Okay, there we go. So, let's put that up there. Let's get this bowl. And I'm going to dump these tomatoes in here. I'm going to take off my bracelet. I'm going to put this in here. That's the juice from that. I'll just put it like that. I'm going to add some garlic to this. And some Mamma Mia's. I mean, why not? Again, we are doing meatballs. And what else do I have over here that I might want to add? I wonder if I put a mozzarella ball in the middle of my meatball. Aren't these cute? There's 3 little mozzarella balls in here. I might do that. Let's give that a whirl for, I don't know, I'll do it for 6 meatballs. I was totally going to use this in my stromboli because I love the taste of fresh mozzarella, but I didn't think of it, and you guys didn't tell me. It's your fault. Totally. So this is Bob Evans sausage, and it's a nasty Bob Evans original pork sausage. And we are going to take it out of this. Blah. And if I had some kitchen gloves, like cooking gloves, I would probably wear them for this because this does kind of gross me out. But I try not to think about it and listen to Judge Judy or something like that on the television so that I'm not thinking about this nastiness. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here. And I maybe should have added some breadcrumbs. I don't know. Let's just start mixing and see what we get. Yeah, it totally needs some breadcrumbs. So, now that I'm in here, I'm gonna go wash my hands. Meatballs. And I had an extra bag over there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and open that and put it here. I didn't wash my hands super well, but I got them clean enough to open this and add some Italian breadcrumbs. So I have a pound of meatloaf, or a pound of sausage, about half a can of roasted diced tomatoes, and about a cup of Italian breadcrumbs, and some mozzarella cheese. And this is good too if you want to do like a combination of pork and beef, but I used all of my beef already, so I'm just doing pork. And what I like to do really, I love to like cook my, yeah, this is good. I really like to cook my meatballs, like brown them on all sides, and then add sauce. And sometimes I'll make my own sauce, like, you know, kind of like we have been doing really, with some tomatoes and some flavorings. Okay, so I am taking this, and before I form it into a ball, I'm going to take a ball of this. So these are going to kind of be big meatballs, I think. I'm going to stick this in the middle of it. Because it has to kind of cover that whole thing there. I'm just trying to form it into a meat ball. And when you cook these, you don't need to put any oil in the pan. You just fry them up in the pan until they're nice and done on all sides. And then you can just let them simmer in the sauce until they're done all the way through. But when they're nice and golden on all sides, oh, they're so tasty. And these are really pretty big meatballs just to get that mozzarella ball in the middle, but I think that's going to be kind of a fun treat. So I normally don't make them quite this big, but yeah. And my husband isn't even really a big meatball fan, but I'm going to make them one day and just make him eat them, because you know what? It beats Arby's. Or even worse, McDonald's, which is his other, well, I don't know. He goes in phases. He could have McDonald's every day for 2 weeks and then not have it for a year. He's very weird. He's very, very weird. But he's my kind of weird. Oh, but there's my cat again. I am so sorry. I know that's a pain in the rear end. Or at least it would be to me, trying to watch a video and getting seasick at the same time. Oh, I'm so happy this is the last one. I'm going to clean up and then I will show you what I've made. Because if I show you what I've made before I do it, you are going to be like, what the heck? No, you won't. I mean, you know, I've been cooking. It's really not that bad. And I still have cherry tomatoes, onion, green pepper. I have my pineapple. I was going to do some chicken, barbecued chicken, which is a super easy meal. All you have to do is add chicken and then barbecue. And I have enough to do 3 more, so I'm just going to grab this and do 3 more of these puppies, I think. I can get this open. There we go. So yeah, I'm looking over at the table. I have a lot of cheese left. So, I mean, my grocery haul had some extra stuff that I didn't use yet. Oh, I have corn tortillas still. I was going to do some enchiladas, but yeah, that didn't get done today. That will have to be another day. My husband likes beef enchiladas anyway, and I didn't have any more beef. I really didn't think he'd want a meatloaf today because we had meatloaf last week, but he is a meatloaf lover, so. He's kind of, I mean, I don't know. He could probably eat the same thing over and over and over again and then change it up with something else and then eat that for a long time. But I'm just not that way. I can't do that. I prefer variety. And if I'm going to be the one that cooks, then I'm going to be the one that chooses. I usually give him an idea of what we have and say, okay, which one of these sounds good? So that's kind of how I plan dinner. Unless I'm craving something, then I'm like, oh, we're having this tomorrow. Okay, so that is it. I got 9 meatballs out of that. And it looks quite enjoyable. Can you guys see that? Yeah, so I'm just going to freeze these and then, oh my, they're going to be tasty. So that's it for now. I will be back. Okay, everyone, this is all the stuff we have left. So of the $140 worth of stuff, I have a ton left. I have enough to do a lot more meals. So let's see, I have a whole bunch of Parmesan cheese, probably half a thing, a whole container of this cheese, a whole container of this cheese, a whole package of Havarti, and half of a thing of the taco cheese. I didn't get into my mayonnaise or the barbecue sauce. The milk, the lemonade, the eggs, we kind of figured that. The pineapple, I have about half of a can of Italian style breadcrumbs still. I have about half of a package of pepperoni plus another package of the pepperoni. I have my Havarti cheese, which I wasn't going to use on a recipe today anyway. I still have 2 green peppers, my tomatoes, my thing of Swiss cheese, and then some mozzarella cheese. I still have 3 of those things in here, so that like would make double what I have already. My corn tortillas, which I want to make enchiladas with. This, which I'm going to be using for the chicken pot pie. I have lots of honey left. I have my cheese wedges left. Lots of green onion left. This kielbasa still, which I need to figure out how to use that. And then this provolone and these rotisserie turkey breast tenderloins, which I may still make into something. Sorry, my husband just got a phone call.